You can make it more positive. There's always a chance to see things more positively. But it's up to us. It doesn't happen. We have to choose, you know. We have to say, okay, I'm going to try and see this with a better vision, with a more positive vision. And this is how I like to live my life. You have to be there. You have to be part of their experience for them to comprehend what you're trying to deliver. You can behave and do whatever you want. You can wear whatever you want. Nobody is going to look at you. Nobody cares what you are wearing. Nobody cares what your hair looks like. People really are very, very accepting. Very accepting. And it's not easy to find around the world.
Welcome to this new episode, and today I am here with Mimi. How are you, Mimi?
Very well, thank you. Good morning. Thank you for having me, Luca.
My pleasure. Mimi is well known in Srithanu and Koh Phangan because of the Mimi's Café, which is very much a community center as well as being a delicious cafe for breakfast, brunch, coffee, etc. Right?
Yes, thank you. Yes. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm originally Arab, so both my parents are Arab. My father Libyan, my mother Jordanian. I was raised in the UK, and then my parents wanted us to learn Arabic, so they took us to Jordan when I was 6 years old. Finally learned Arabic, and then they moved us to Cyprus, which is a tiny island in the Mediterranean Sea.
Very pretty,
yes,
very pretty
beautiful. And then after that, I finished school and college there, and then I moved to China. China for 4 years.
Wow!
Yeah, so
like with your parents or your own?
No, by myself. And I started to do, at the time, there were no smartphones. It was only the Nokia phone, if you remember the Nokia phone. And I was doing all of the accessories, manufacturing the accessories for that and shipping them to Europe and South Africa. And then, of course, I burnt out. I did very, very, very well there, but I super burnt myself to the ground. And then I started traveling. And through my travels, I found this island.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about, first of all, the Cyprus lifestyle. Was it lovely?
Beautiful. It was very similar to here because it was a touristic, it is a touristic island still, Cyprus. So people coming in all through the year, beautiful weather, and amazing beaches. I mean, the Mediterranean. You can't beat the Mediterranean, I think. It was a lovely life, very, very safe. We had different influx of people coming over the years. For example, when there was the Lebanese war, Lebanese people came. When Yugoslavia started, a lot of Serbians came, a lot of Montenegrins came. Russia, when Russia opened up, it was full of Russians. So it was small but super diverse.
Yes.
Beautiful. So similar
to Koh Phangan.
Yes.
Because one thing I know about you, Mimi, is that you speak many languages. Is that right?
No, it's not true. I should.
You speak Italian for sure.
Yes, I speak Italian, but because of Filippo.
Okay.
And I lived in Italy when I was 18 years old for 1 year in Florence.
Oh.
So I had a little bit of a background before I met Filippo in the language. But the reality is, I should speak Greek because I was in Cyprus for 14 years. I don't speak Greek. I should speak Mandarin and Cantonese because I was in China for 4 years, but I don't. I should speak Thai.
No.
I've been here for 10 years and nothing. Sawadee ka.
No. I mean, it's very difficult as well in Koh Phangan because it's such a farang island, isn't
yes,
it?
and
like...
English, I think English is such an easy language. And I'm able to express myself very well in English. In Arabic, of course, because I speak Arabic well, there's some things that you can say in Arabic that there is no way to say in English. So I love to switch sometimes. If I'm speaking with somebody that speaks Arabic, I would speak a mixture of English and Arabic.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
but
okay.
English is really, it is universal, easy.
That's so true, you know. And I mean, there is the Italian component of Mimi's Cafe, of course, because Filippo is
Italian.
Your husband is Italian as
Yes,
well,
yes.
obviously. Can you tell me, I mean, how did you meet?
Okay, so we met here. I know that many people find it very hard to meet their life partner here. We were able to do it. I had met Filippo's brother actually first in India. 3 years before I met Filippo. And then I told his brother and his girlfriend at the time about this island. And they came to visit me, and then they stayed. And when they left, I took over their house. And Filippo once came and stayed in the house next door because they had told him about these houses. And that was it.
You fell in love?
Well, nothing. We kept it friendly for like 6 months, and then I fell in love first.
Oh, that's very nice, because one of the themes of Mimi's Cafe is the love, the heart, the happiness.
Yes, I think through my life experiences, I've experienced many, I'm not going to say bad things, I've experienced life, and life is sometimes hard. Mm-hmm. And I really reached a place with myself to understand that we really have a choice. It's true. This is not the BS of the mind. You can choose to see a scenario differently. It doesn't have to be dark and bleak and horrible, even though it is. But you can make it lighter. You can make it more positive. There's always a chance to see things more positively. But it's up to us. It doesn't happen. We have to choose, you know, we have to say, okay, I'm going to try and see this with a better vision, with a more positive vision. And this is how I like to live my life.
That's a lovely philosophy that you have, and I think one of the, again, characteristics of Mimi's Cafe is that you go there and you feel uplifted immediately, because the energy is very high vibration, people are very happy and relaxed at the same time, and also there is all this theme with the same color that you're wearing today.
On purpose.
On purpose, wow. So this is one of the colors. Yes, so you have some green color.
Yes, turquoise, which is Filippo. Okay, so when we decided to open the cafe and we had to come up with a logo, I said to him, what's your favorite color? And he told me turquoise, and I love fuchsia. So turquoise and fuchsia, the colors of the cafe, it's both
perfect.
of us, yes.
That's absolutely perfect. But tell me, I mean, when did you mature the idea of having a cafe? Because
okay, so I've never had a business like this before, neither has Filippo. After we met each other and got together, we went back to Italy for a year. He had to do some stuff there, and then we came back. And we had come back not knowing really, are we going to stay on the island? I knew I wanted to stay. Filippo was a little bit uncertain, maybe we go to India. Then when we got back, we love to go out for a coffee, Luca. I mean, me and Filippo normally go out for 3 coffees a day. Okay. So now, no. Before, 3 times in the morning, in the late afternoon, and sometimes in the evening, depending. So we felt, after we came, and we've always lived in Srithanu, always, that there is the need for a new place. We just felt that, and we thought, why not? We love coffee.
Sure.
Yeah, and we started very, very small, Luca. I mean, we started with a small machine, with Filippo making the coffees and me just baking some things every day, some cookies, some cakes, and me serving the people. We were open only from 8 until 1. And it was unbelievable. I mean, the response was very positive. Like I said, we needed another place in the area at the time when we opened. It was a little bit desperate. And then, of course, all of my friends started saying to me, come on, Mimi, you have to serve food because we're coming here, we're having our coffee, but then we're going to eat somewhere else. And I was thinking, okay, but I mean, you have to understand, I didn't know what I was doing. Neither of us knew what we were doing. We were learning as we were doing. We were teaching ourselves. Every day was a new lesson for us, which was amazing. And we tried to move very slowly, not to make too many mistakes. Because I think sometimes if you're really in a rush, the probability of mistakes is way higher. But if you're really taking your time, and we were able to take our time, you really make less mistakes, and you learn. You're really, really learning. You're really absorbing. So it worked out great for us because now the shop is double. So we've got 2 shops. We expanded during COVID, which was wonderful for us. And we have more staff. We're serving a full menu of food. It's wonderful when you think where we started, you know, not knowing what we're doing.
It is wonderful, and it's always full. So it's even, it's just even in October, like it's full. I mean, also Srithanu has been really rebounding after COVID very, very quickly. And at the time, I think when you opened, there was only like cookies cafe possibly there, right?
Only cookies.
Yes, so absolutely, I agree with you that people wanted an alternative, something with a different style possibly, and you provided it very, very, very well.
Also, I have to make another point. We also serve Italian coffee. So this is also, I think, something that separates us a little bit. Thai coffee is amazing. I mean, originally I wanted to get coffee from the north, blah, 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 organic, la, la, la. But then when the moment of truth came, Filippo said to me, only Italian coffee, Mimi. Ta-da.
Very good.
And people come and realize, and they say to us, oh, wow, your coffee is really nice, it's different. It's different because it's Italian.
Segafredo, is it?
Si.
Yeah, it's a very well-known brand in Italy, particularly for coffee shops and bars, as we call them, more than home. Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, I don't think I ever imagined that we would be where we are today. I never thought that it was possible to grow and grow so quickly. I mean, for me, 5 years is quickly. You know, especially to think that there was COVID, the beginning was super slow of just learning. I'm very proud of what me and Filippo have done.
Yes, well done. And indeed, I think the community knows it, like Mimi is such a special place, and it's very lovely to go there. If you want to have a chat with somebody particularly, you know that if you go to Mimi's, you're going to find somebody from the community.
Yes, everybody.
It's a very sociable place, isn't it?
And it's amazing because we all know each other. I mean, in the mornings when the locals are coming in, everybody knows what the other person did yesterday. People are asking each other, how did this go? How did, you really feel a close-knit. And I love that. I love this feeling of community. It's very important for me, to be honest with you.
So Mimi's, I love coffee shop myself, and because I'm often in your place as well. So I think there are different elements that make a coffee shop really special, okay?
Sure.
So I think the secret ingredient, particularly for Mimi's Cafe, is Mimi herself. Is that right?
It's true. It's true, even though now I feel like the cafe is taking a body and form of itself.
Yes.
In the beginning, 100%. I think my presence was very important because I was really trying to not push a concept, but I was trying to bring alive a concept. Mm-hmm. And to do that, you have to be there in person. It's not going to happen by itself. You can't just put things on the wall and expect people to come in and feel something. No, you have to be there. You have to be part of their experience for them to comprehend what you're trying to deliver. Does that make sense?
Yes, I remember, particularly back in the days, but even today, if you're going to Mimi's Cafe, most likely you're going to see Mimi coming up to you, saying, how are you, with a big smile, asking a few questions, making you feel comfortable. It's like you feel like you're literally coming to your living room.
Yes, at home.
It's your living room, basically.
I mean, the cafe is like that for me. When I'm coming into the cafe, I'm entering a part of my house. But it's not my house, right? And everybody there, I'm really happy to interact with everybody. Me and Filippo have spoken about this. The moment that I stop enjoying the cafe, we understand it's over, Because for me, there is a huge joy being there. There's a huge joy of interacting with you and everybody. I love it.
I can tell it. And it's very natural, because maybe some people do it as a job, they force it a little bit, whereas for you it's like so natural. It's like, literally, it's like everybody's a friend. Yes. It's like, that's really something special, I think, about Mimi's Cafe.
Thank you.
And yes, and now you opened the second room, which is air-conditioned room.
Correct.
Which got quite a different vibe, obviously, because it's more serious looking.
And everybody told me in the beginning, Mimi, it's going to turn into a quiet space. You're only going to have people on their computers. And I told them it will never happen. And nobody, even Filippo, wasn't convinced. I think you too, we had a conversation about it. And now, you enter into the space, yes, there are some people on their computer, but there are people sitting down chatting.
Still.
Because this is what I wanted. I wanted an aircon space because that's what people want, but not quiet. And just my presence makes sure that that place can't be quiet, because I'm always entering into the space, I'm interacting with the people, I'm making a little bit of noise, not but a little bit of noise.
Sure.
And now everybody is understood. You can go into that space, but you cannot shush each other. None of this. You know, it is an interactive closed space.
Yes, I just had brunch with my friend Igor like 3 or 4 days ago, and indeed it was like 4 of us. And talking and chatting. There were some people on the computer, and after a while they started interacting with us.
You go.
Because we were having conversations about the world, about different things, and some German guy was like next, literally the table next, started interacting.
It's lovely.
He kept like an eye on the computer and an eye with us, and that's how you build a community. I think being so free to just chat to strangers and immediately bringing them into the company, and it's very an Italian thing.
Yes, right. And I love to connect people. So let's say if I'm in the cafe, you ask me for something, I just spoke to a person that knows something about this. It's amazing, it happened by itself, this. I'm always managing to get people together and to help people through the cafe. I mean, this is beautiful. And it just happened, it's not like I had it in my mind, I've got to do this, we have to, no, natural.
It's part of maybe the Mediterranean culture that you're brought up with as well, right?
Of course, we love to help.
Sure. And as a result of it, of course, every time you need to buy a ticket for like a static dance, for instance.
Mimi's Cafe!
Yes, because you're so established and well networked within the community, and that comes natural as well.
And we love to work with all of the DJs. It started with Johnny, I don't know, 2 years ago, and it was really, really great. Now, I didn't imagine also then that we would become like the hub for the tickets.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. No, there's so many elements, Luca. I mean, honestly, we could talk for hours about this, but there's so many elements that are making the cafe what it is today without me. Also, yes, without me.
I think, it's so well established now that it's no matter what, we'll have people, and also on the reviews for the island, on the Google reviews, etc. It's one of the top cafes all the time.
Yes, it's wonderful.
So that's very, very well done for really making this place alive. I want to ask you now. You told us about your sort of round the world trips and moving, and then you said you came to Koh Phangan.
Yes. So the first time I came here, I came to do a meditation retreat. It was over 10 years ago. I was in the north, in Chiang Rai. And I did this meditation retreat, and I left. I went to Koh Tao for 7 months, and I had a blast. And then I wasn't feeling very well, and I remembered when I was here, there's these detox centers, and I said, you know what, maybe I should try to do something like this, and I went to Orion. And that's where I met Moti, who is the owner of Indigo.
Yeah.
And me and him clicked immediately, and Nung, his wife, and they let me stay there. Normally, you can only stay at Orion if you are doing a detox. But after my detox, I still wasn't feeling well, and they let me stay. And that's when I got my first real taste of what's going on the island. Just being at Orion, that was the heart for me.
Sure.
And then I slowly started to explore and open my mind to so many new things. But I wasn't certain. I loved it, but I still wanted to travel, and I continued, but I kept on coming back. So I would go to India, and then I would come back. I would go to Cambodia, and then I would come back. Because I was trying to find where I wanted to settle. It's not like I had decided this, but a part of me felt you can't just keep on going round and round and round. So I really was looking for a place, even though I wasn't 100% conscious of it at the time. And then I decided to stay, and I swear, Luca, when I said I'm ready and I committed with my landlord, even though I didn't pay him the whole year up front, I told him, Mr. Odd, I want the place, but I can't pay you 1 year because I'm really anxious. It was more anxiety of committing. And then a month and a half later, I met Filippo because I really said, I want to do this. I want to ground myself. And I fell in love with the island because the main thing, I think for me, I am really the best version of myself here. Honestly, I mean, I'm a good person everywhere I go, I hope. But here, there is such an ease to be the best version of yourself. I don't know, it's a bit magical for me. I'm always wanting to do the best that I can. I'm always wanting to help more. And it's really more here than anywhere else. I've seen myself in other countries. I see myself when I'm traveling. And I think it's because other places are so busy, so noisy. There's so many different types of struggles. You forget this part. But this is the most important part, to be the best person that you can be, no?
Sure,
I think so.
Sure, absolutely. And I like this your drive to help others, this karma yogi. Almost,
I love it. Yes.
I think if you are doing a coffee shop, that's very important as well, because indeed, I think a big component of a coffee shop is not just the food and the coffee. It's really the atmosphere and the energy and the community that you meet there. And it's. For us particularly, that I always say it's so transient, Koh Phangan.
Yes.
Having some places that they're there, they're always going to be there, where you can find a friendly face that building some long-term relationship and friendships.
For sure.
This is very precious to us, and that's why Mimi's Cafe is such a point of reference.
Yes,
it's
Srithanu.
It's amazing. It's so true. So tell us. I don't know if you have any plans, because of course you're very well settled here. The coffee shop is doing very well. You have your life, etc. Is there any plans that you have for the future, or any hopes?
Well, me and Filippo don't want to go anywhere. We haven't left since COVID. I mean, Filippo, I don't think has left the island since 2019. I've at least been to Bangkok and maybe once to Samui. Luca, we just want to be here. We have our animals here. We have 2 doggies and 2 kitties. We just want to live the island life for as long as we enjoy living the island life. And I mean, the island is, okay, it's getting busier now, but also there are so many moments that you are driving and you're the only one on the road, and there's this exhilarating feeling of joy and happiness. We still have these moments. I mean, there's still so much to enjoy and appreciate here. And the simplicity also. I love the simplicity. This is what I wanted to tell you earlier. One of the best things about this island is that you can behave and do whatever you want. You can wear whatever you want. Nobody is going to look at you. Nobody cares what you are wearing. Nobody cares what your hair looks like. People really are very, very accepting.
Sure.
Very accepting. Sure. And it's not easy to find around the world. It's not a community, an island, because it's not just the foreigners and the Thais. Everybody is very similar in this vibration, where who cares? Just be yourself and just enjoy whatever it is, whatever the moment is. Do that, easy, simple, slowly. These are things that really, go to any big city. It's not like this. It's and this is the life that neither me nor Filippo want to ever live again.
Sure. Koh Phangan, we are definitely laid back and tolerant and open-minded, and it's a freedom place.
Yes.
It's a place for freedom.
Yes, and I love that. There's such a beauty to be able to live your life and to live it free. Oh my God. It's a gift.
Yes.
It's really, this is the gift. The fact that we are able to be here, the fact that we are able to be ourselves here and to do what we want. And nobody cares. You can do whatever you want. It could be the most stupid thing. It could be the craziest thing. Nobody cares.
Yes, I enjoy the creativity of the island for sure. Well, Mimi, thank you very much for coming and sharing your life story with us. And congratulations again for the beautiful cafe. And yes.
Wait, I have to say one thing. I forgot to mention my team.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. And I've been pausing, but I want to say it. So Mimi's Cafe sure is Mimi. Yes. But without my team, I have nothing. I just have a pretty space and myself,
Yes.
So I'm so grateful, so thankful for all of my team. I really, no way to do it without them. So Mimi's Cafe is me and Filippo, plus all of my team.
Well said.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luca.
Grazie.
Yay.